Senthilraj today with us. Hi, Senthilraj.
Hi, Ravi. Thanks for
Yeah, so
doing this.
yeah, and thank you for taking time on the weekend from your busy family life.
It's my pleasure to it's my pleasure to expose my information or information to all. I'm happy to do that.
Okay,
It's my pleasure.
great, great. Nice. So we're gonna love. We're all gonna get inspired to know the Centella story today because it's a big transformation he achieved just in a year period since he started working with us. And then here you go. Hi, Alison.
Hi, Ravi. Hi,
Yeah,
Senthilraj. Nice to be here as well.
yeah. Nice to have you on Facebook Live after some for a while. Right. So, okay. So today, Alison is gonna conduct this Facebook Live, and because she worked very closely with Senthilraj and she has seen the transformation up close through this one-on-one conversation she had. So I'll hand over to Alison, and I'll vanish from here. So the story of Senthilraj, how he transformed himself into a confident, courageous leader.
Thank you, Ravi.
Great. Thank you, Ravi. And hello again, Senthilraj. I'm so happy
Hi,
to see
Alison.
you. It's been a while for us, but I was noticing or thinking about how it must be close to a year. So I checked it out, and sure enough, it's about 10 days shy of us having initiated our first session together almost a year ago. So it's amazing to see you, and even since we last spoke, the progress that you've made. So it's very exciting. So I very much appreciate seeing you again and you spending your time here to share your story. So that's where we're going to start.
I'm excited. Sure, we'll do that.
Yeah. So if we think about a year ago,
So,
yeah, think about a year ago and
yeah.
imagine
So,
the imagine the
got it.
challenges that you had a year ago and what things were like before you'd started the program.
Yeah. Yeah, a year ago, correct. So I even realized it has been past a year right now, correct, after I joined this program. If I think a year ago, so I was good in my technology. I am good in my coding. I am good all those things. But I always have not that confidence in my communication to with my boss or my team. So I tried different things. Didn't work out well. It didn't help me before this program. So even like I remember on the first year before, I was talking to have a conversation with Alison. I was like this, like almost like this. Alison, I'm not confident, and on the first program, the Alison found me my inner leader where I am this. On the second thing, I was very confident. I'm open, my shoulders are open, and I'm more confidence on my communication and my courage. That was a transformation which happened in a true one-on-one session with Alison.
Yeah, you you did, and certainly jump in and with a willingness, which makes a big difference in people that are both committed and just have a willingness to try and to do things differently. And not so long after the first or second session, what what did you do and how did you start to interact with others in your company?
Okay, so I'm a people I'm a person will be thinking like I need to talk in front of a forum with my director. Usually in my company there will be a forum which will happen every month. You can app and I can throw open question. I've been with the company for 5 years. I every time I will be thinking I need to ask this question. I'll prepare the question, all those things, but still I was not that courage to ask the question. Even I have prepared all those things. Alison, thank you for you. You identify there is a fear and how to capture that fear and how to bring courage in your leader, like inside your leader. And I asked a couple of questions in my first, after a third session, I think. After third session, I asked the question, couple of questions to my director. My senior manager on my one-on-one, my senior manager noticed that and he said, there was a big transformation. What happened? And that was a change I can see with the 3 one-on-one class with you, correct? So that was a drastic change as a part of this program
Yeah. Yeah.
and the interaction with my boss. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. And what, we were talking a little bit about the idea of fear and being uncomfortable when you're speaking. What do you have to
Yeah.
say about that?
If you talk about a fear, I know all the information in my mind and it will go on my head, correct? But the fear dominated me, correct? So what I did before this, I even tried to have Toastmaster class, and it's been like I would be thinking from my childhood onwards. I always think I need to talk in front of a public speaking. I need to do. I'm happy to do that, but always the fear is dominate me, correct? And even Toastmaster, I joined Toastmaster, the fear dominated me. You help me to identify how to identify the fear, how to make identify the monkey, correct? And it is okay to have a fear. Still I have a fear right now also while I am talking in this. See, but I know how to capture the fear, correct? And how to be courageous to talk in front of it. And I am a kind of a sweat person, so usually I'll start to stand in front of the people, my whole body will get sweat. Might be now also okay. It is okay to sweat. That's a mantra for me. You that change in a 2 days. Like it's okay to fear. Right now also I fear. I have a fear and I sweat. I'm okay to do that. And thanks for that, Alison, to help me to identify the, I would say, area of improvement. And thanks for that. And right now I am doing my Toastmaster class for a year. I have completed a path which I didn't even realize I dreamed that I would have done in my past without this program.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing, and you've shared that idea, right? That I can imagine a year ago, the fear was like debilitating, that you couldn't express yourself, you couldn't kind of calm your mind. And with so many tools and techniques, you've been able to do that. I recall now sometimes saying there's so many thoughts in your mind. How did you how did that evolve for you?
Uh, you teach me a couple of technique as a part of this program that helped me. That technique helped me to identify how to identify the fear. Correct. Those are the good things about this program. Uh, Before this program, I even imagined I can do the technique or the fear, identifying the fear. So is that did I is that expecting? No, mean to say, is that okay? Is that I answered your question, Alison?
Yeah, right. It's part of it's just identifying the fear, and
Yeah,
you speak a lot about courage, which has enabled you to do a lot of things. Is there another example of something that your courage has enabled you to do in your job or your career?
yeah, there is no doubt on that, correct? So, as I said earlier, I have been this company for 5 years. I have a lot of thought process, correct? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that, correct? Because of my communication confidence, it is very difficult to reach my manager or my senior manager. But this program helped me to do that, correct? So I identify my fear. I am able to I have a confidence right now. So I presented a couple of my proposal to my senior manager. He excited. And he asked me, "You have been this company for 5 years. Why can't you didn't do that? What has been changed in a 3 months?" Uh, I said about this. Like I found the inner leader, and he are excited with the proposal, and he allocated the budget to this project. And right now I'm working with the project, and it's not a simple process, Alison. Don't think it's not from my senior manager. He need to reach his senior manager, and the director need to get an approval. It's a long step, but he had that confidence on me. And right now I'm with the project which has a separate budget allocated for this, and like a couple of people are working for that project. That's a drastic change which even I didn't imagine that, and it helped me to grow my career wise also, correct? So it's not about a project. Once I win the confidence of my senior manager, it will help me to grow my career, director or vice president.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thanks,
that's
Alison.
yeah, that's amazing result and amazing. It sounds also like the relationship developed, the trust expanded, even though, as you mentioned, you were always solid in your technical skills. These other pieces really made it shine.
Yeah, no doubt on that.
Yeah. What we were talking about, we're here today on video. There's a lot to be learned by video. What was your experience about improving your communication and doing it by video?
So there was a we. I think we have a executive presence. Ravi has conducted. So as a part of every week, we'll have a Thursday session as a team. Group of people will join, and one of the session was the executive present. So we know the executive present in a past, how to present in front of a physical place, correct? Now the time has changed. Now the executive present on a video is different, correct? So that program helped me how to present and how to voice your question. Those are the executive present help me. And right now, if I have a director meeting or an open forum, my director is, do you have any question, kind of a thing. So right now he is asking, or he is aware that I will ask one of the question or open question in a meeting, and that has been because of the trust and because of the executive present in a video, correct? So those are the technique that will help me to teach it teach us like how to do executive presence in the video. That's a technique, correct? Those are the simple things, correct? People will think, that's not a that won't work, correct? But it is wrong. Those are the simple tricks and tips, technique, which is help as a part of executive present. And that weekly session was a great for me to improve my video executive present.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you said it, right? The world is different. It's in a way you can be invisible in a meeting when you're in an office together, but at least you're physically present. On screen, sometimes
Yes.
you can really shy away from it.
Yes.
And what about when you think outside of work? What are some of the successes or changes you've seen outside of work for yourself?
Outside of the work, correct? So couple of things I can think about. One, about my family life. Second thing is how I present with my friends. About my family life, uh, and I think the public speaking I was mentioned earlier. The family life is different right now, correct? So I've been married and I have two kids. So earlier it was like every time I prioritize my family as compared to my work. So every time I will dedicated work or I will do things to my wife, and she won't be happy, correct? So she is not happy. So, and Ravi gave a secret sauce. You are doing all those things, that's fine. Think about, is that she is expecting that? No, she is expecting those things to be done with the love, correct? That's a secret sauce, correct? That has changed in 3 days. You don't believe, Alison, in 3 days, because this was a conversation I had with Ravi. In 3 days, it has changed, and she was saying, "What happened to you? It was different. You are different." This is a kind of a transformation I found, correct? And right now, even if I work for 12 hours in a day, my wife is ready. Okay, I know about you. You can help. You can do your work, and I'll help my. I'll support you basically. Without family support or a wife support, it's difficult to grow career. It's a work life harmony good that Ravi helped me to find the work life harmony. And right now I am good. I am spending like, even I work for 14 hours. Okay, that's okay. I take care of kids. It's kind of an outside work, but still it helped me. And right now I am a loving father also for two kids. Yeah.
Yeah. And I can see recalling as I see that big smile on your face saying that to you in the beginning. You were very serious, and now I can see, happiness and joy in so much of what you're doing. So we look about, advancing your career, but I heard in your stories today so many times about your boss said, "Wow, what did you do differently?" Your wife is like, "Wow, what did you do differently?" that's a huge kudos to the, you know, the courage you've had to take the program
It's not
and to
about the
learn
courage,
different
correct?
things.
I feel, Alison, it's not about courage on me. Every person has a courage, correct? So it's about identifying the courage, correct? How you bring your inner leader, how to showcase your executive presence, correct? Every person have those information. That's what I realized this one. Everyone has that part, correct? But how you showcase, how to identify those inside you is the important thing. But this program helped me to identify confidence on me and courage on me, correct? That's the important thing. Every person has those information. How to do that is a technique. We need to have some kind of a technique and skill. This program helped me to find those technique, and it's a long process, I know, but if you do the process over the period of time, help me. But identifying is a more important, because as an engineer, I know, like, it is difficult to identify the issue, correct? Once you identify the issue, it is easier to fix the bug. So identifying is important. I'm honored to have you and Ravi in my life to identify the issue and bring my confidence and courage in myself. Thank you. Might be.
I love that you brought an analogy in there, right? When you can identify the bug, then you know what to do with it. A great way to close. And I echo it back. You know, I hear your sincere gratitude to us, and it's kind of a right back at you. It's always been a pleasure and a true joy when I think, oh, I'm sort of blown away today about seeing you now almost a year later. So thank you for showing up today.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then
Ravi?
yeah, and I was here. I was listening you guys. And beautiful thing, you touched my heart when you the way you said talked about fear. Oh, fear is here. But it was like the smile and the joy that Tony Robbins said, dance with the fear. You are doing exactly that. Oh, fear is there. Oh.
Ravi, we don't believe, still I have fear, but I know how to
Yeah,
kind of
and
see.
you're
You can see my sweat on my
and
face.
you're
That's all.
dancing with it.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
It's
Okay.
okay, right? Yeah, all sweat is something that shows that we are stressing our body. Biggest like all this runner and all those things. They're drenching the sweat, right? Super cool. And I see that things are moving so fast for you because now you have this director vouching for you. They have the budgets. The new team will be coming to you. That happens with other team members. So be ready. Like it's coming. That's
Excited.
another thing. And yeah. And I'm very happy that you're using that secret formula that you have. You're doing all the things for your wife, but just do it with love and care. So that's what we want from each other. So I'm really glad that you brought it up so that people will see the importance. And it's really cool that without your wife's support or spouse support, it's hard to have the career. So here is one question for you. Your story will be very inspiring for many people, but they will feel, oh, it will happen to him. Will it happen to me? So what would you tell to people who are skeptical about this transformation? All of means many people say, I've been like this for 15 years. Will I change? You change. So what do you have to tell
Ravi,
to people?
Ravi, you don't believe me. Even before I joined this
Hmm.
program, I have in those position, correct? Like, before I have this live session, I was thinking whether this will work to me, because I tried different things, didn't work for me. Whether how this will change. It was a mindset before this program, correct? But after I had a conversation with you, I had a very inner connection with you, actually, on the conversation, and
Hmm.
I leave faith on you, and I say, okay, and that has changed in a 3 weeks. You don't believe in a 3 weeks that has changed. What are the faith on you? It has changed in a 3 weeks. I would say to whoever hesitant to join should should do this, because have a faith with Ravi.
Hmm.
I feel that the reason is like, without having this session, it is difficult, because I would be thinking whether it's right. I consider it's, instead of spending you it's an investment for my life. It's an investment of life. I say if you put like it's like a 1,000x for me personally. I would say whatever I have spent, and because the faith I had in you a year before.
Yeah, and very nicely said. It's an investment in yourself. When you invest in stock called Senthilraj, it's gonna go up and up and up and up. So, and it's really beautiful. And then, of course, this journey never ends. You are with us, and then we are in constant contact. You're reaching out to us, you're showing up for our morning calls, and keep doing that. And
That's the
then,
one good thing in a program, correct? Like one good thing, correct? It's not about having like a class. It's a continuous learning process wherever
Mhm.
we have stuck, correct? And you help us to know how to solve that. Can you do this, that? That really help, correct? Because I don't have an experience in my past, correct? As a group, once we come as a group, as a over the period of time, they'll share the experience and help us me to find very small faster, correct? Instead of I do that, it might take like 3 months, but in a week I can find. As a group, I'll throw the question and the Q and A, the weekly Q and A question help us. Okay, Ravi, I have this situation. How to do that? That helped me
Yeah.
as a program, like for a long period of time.
Wonderful. Right. Your presence in this group is always very inspiring. Your questions, very intelligent question. So it not only helps you, but it also helps the people too. Super
Thanks, Ravi.
cool. So for everybody else who is listening to this presentation, take the first step. That's Senthilraj step. And that first step is very simple step. Just have to go to our website. I'm gonna post a link also here. It's a webinar of 50 minutes. So you watch that webinar and see for yourself what are the 5 steps that our clients are taking to transform their career in and reaching to this director and VP level. And then if you that resonates with you, then book a call with us and then we'll go through detail like where you are, where you want to go, and then we'll give you a personalized strategy, and then we will create that and we'll help you to create. We don't create the transformation, you create the transformation. Senthil Raj created his transformation. We are here to support and give you that structure, and of course this one-on-one coaching, and then get you rocking to your director or VP level, whatever you are looking for. So take that first step. It's a simple step. Just go to the website and register and take that, watch that webinar. And one more time, Senthilraj, thank you so much for taking time and coming here and sharing your story with everybody.
Ravi, it's not no need to
Yeah,
thank.
and thank you, Alison, for your time over the week.
It's my pleasure to do that. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
Okay.
it was great to see you, Raj.
Thank you.
We'll
Yeah.
be in
So
touch.
yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll all see you again next week's new success story. So bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.